speak bullshit. You're always coming back, but your love's poison.
Hey guys, welcome to Bravo Ish Talkers, a weekly roundup. I am Christina, your host. I would say I never turn my TV off Bravo, but lately I've had to because there's really nothing on.
It's been dry. I'm Ramona, the Bravo historian. I hold all these Bravo Levs accountable.
Ramona, how's your Bravo week going?
There isn't a whole lot in the Bravo week, although we did get some Bravo tea that I know we're going to get into in a little bit the past couple days. But other than that, like, this schedule has been so light. And I don't know if you saw they're bumping Miami to Thursday. So I'm like, are we making room for more?
And are they making room for something else? Maybe Salt Lake City?
Well, I hope so, because otherwise you're just going to have vacancy. But
maybe they were being too good to us because it went Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and then that's it. That's it.
Week is going to be a special treat. They're going to be on twice this week. So it's a new episode Wednesday, new episode Thursday.
Okay, so I don't think we ever needed that. Not of Miami. Okay, Bravo. What are we doing? What are we doing? Yeah. Oh my gosh. I was like, are they making room to actually put in that show, McDynasty or whatever it's called?
Monday nights. It comes after. That's your night off Bravo night.
Yes, I thought. Got it. I thought it was like the Peacock filler. I didn't know they actually had a dedicated slot.
Now, see, tell me you don't Bravo on Mondays without telling me you don't turn it on Mondays.
I already know, like, oh, it's off. Okay, what am I catching up on? Well, let's just kind of hop right into the ish of the week.
Yes, let's get into it, girl.
So let's do the top story. Let's work our way backwards. Heather.
Yes, girl, Miss Scheana was like, we're not gonna blame my girl Emily. Heather was the one that leaked that story about Katie from the OC. Her custody issues that came up at the reunion last year. And did you see Heather's response?
Oh, I saw Heather's response. And first off, I saw the Watch What Happens Live when she was on there and when she said it. And as soon as she said it, I was like, oh, that's not going to go over well. That's not going to go over well at all. And then I also thought, okay, this really aligns with what they say who Heather is. Like, she's getting Emily to do her dirty work. And you know where we saw that kind of like, that friendship where Emily kind of wanted to be accepted by Heather. Yeah. And, you know, it just really, it just left a little bit of a bad taste in my mouth. But I thought, oh, this is on brand. I could definitely see this happening. And, you know, while Katie is not saving herself this year by any means.
Like a nutcase.
Yes, I still do feel like soft spot for her in regards to this situation. And it came out like that.
Well, what Heather said was that she didn't link it to the media. She only sent it to Emily. But like you said, that's her, like, making Emily do her dirty work, but that she's never leaked any stories to the press. I don't believe that for a second. I definitely think her and Terry probably leak stuff that they want to get out there that's like good stories about themselves. So, but one thing that she also said was, I'm not sure why Gina felt the need to, like, so you can see, like, oh, when did they film that reunion?
Right. Right, but I didn't know it came out that it was an issue that she leaked it to the press. I didn't know that was like the accusation. I thought the accusation was just you told Emily and Emily.
Well, I think what it was is that Gina was tired of Emily catching strays for coming out with this information. And so that's why she was like, let me set the record straight. No, actually it was Heather.
Actually, it was Andy being messy. Oh. Andy was like, well, then who sent it? Who leaked it? Who was this? I was a follow-up question. And then Gina could have, I plead the fifth, but she didn't. Okay, so Andy, we see you. That's all I can say about that. Okay, what do you got next?
So I don't know if you also saw this, but it has come out. Jax has been outed for the lifts that he has been wearing in his shoes, most notably the Valley reunion that our little teeth into. And I think this is the funniest thing in the world. These like Amazon shoes that have these like, do you remember those ugly Nikes that were like, had everybody in a chokehold like 10 years ago?
Yes. Yes.
I'm ashamed to say I also had a pair of these atrocities, but it's kind of like that. And when I saw that picture, the way I died. But also Heather has, speaking of Heather from the OC, she's admitted that I was like, I'm surprised she spilled this tea that Dr. Dubrow wears his little lips as well.
I think we should start checking all men's shoes because this seems like to be more common than not. I think this is the one takeaway from this. And then two, as Jack's feet have kind of been the talk of lately, not him and his behavior, but his feet.
Right.
They're having all different angles. I didn't realize they were on the smaller side.
Mm-hmm. I'm just like, I don't know how much of a bump these men are getting from these lifts, but like whatever it is, it cannot be significant enough to be worth being outed and like looking ridiculous. So dudes, I don't know, do what men have done for years in Hollywood. Just get you a good pair of cowboy boots with a solid heel.
Not cowboy boots.
Like
Sheena
Tom
Shane's
Cruise
husband.
wear.
Like,
Does he wear those?
Yes.
I said Tom Cruise, but with just like a sizable heel. Let's do that. But the pump within the sneaker, like, no, we got to stop that.
No, Scheana Shay's husband wears a straight heel, like a boot with a heel.
I can't.
Yeah, insert here. Okay, alrighty. So speaking of Scheana Shay,
yes.
So it's been confirmed that she is joining the Valley.
Hard work pays off because she was fighting to get that spot on this season.
Also too, there's been snippets of her. I love a good audiobook of an autobiography, but I also love it more when the person is actually narrating the book, and she is narrating her book, and it almost makes me want to purchase it and listen to it.
Say, have we began this journey?
No, but there's snippets of it all over TikTok. People listening at it, and her voice playing in the background, and there's some juicy. I don't know if I would say juicy, but there's some like intriguing eyebrow raising, like, oh, I didn't know that. And then just with her voice gives it kind of this real effect to it.
Well, BFF, I mean, should we and like do a little book club of it all?
Yes, maybe we should. I love a good audiobook on a road trip. So
Yeah.
maybe when we are road tripping into BravoCon, we're in LA, it's in Vegas, we can like put on the Scheana Shay book.
Yes, okay.
Yeah, I love that. Okay, anything else that you want to kind of touch on issue of the week before we move on?
Not really. I think that was. Oh, did you see that Michelle and Aaron broke up from the Valley?
Yeah, and you know who I think Aaron resembles? Lisa's husband. Lisa's boyfriend on Miami. They both have the eye thing going.
Yes.
I'm just like,
Yeah.
what's going on? Yes, I did.
I never connected that, but now that you say it, like
Can't unsee
bullseye.
Yeah.
Bullseye.
Yes, yes, can't unsee it. I did hear that it broke up, and it's not even unfortunate. I just think that she's stupid, and here's why. It's like you were like on national television, like kind of putting yourself in a position. A ring would be great on this finger. You're out in the front yard. You're playing with the kid. You guys are living together, and then just to break up. I'm like, girl.
That's the thing that I think is unfortunate. Like I think before you move your child in with a man, like that better damn near be y'all have a wedding date picked out. Mm-hmm. Because otherwise, why are you putting your kid through all that? Like I just don't have respect for like when people have children and they're dating and they just throw their kids into every single situation that they're
Yeah.
dating into. Like, why don't you vet this, make sure this is for real, and
Yeah.
then do it. So I'm very curious. Okay, so now I actually want her to come back next season because I want to know, how did we get here? Because it has to be something major. If you've done all that and announced to the world this relationship, and now you guys are
Yeah.
breaking up, like, I'm just wondering what happened. Like, was Jesse involved or a factor, or what happened?
Yes, Jody. That's his name. We'll get it.
Yeah.
We'll get into
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
All righty. Meat and potatoes weekly roundup of
Yes.
the Valley. So the Valley's kind of winding down. It's coming to an end, and we are
Yeah.
going to get the third installment that's coming up this week. But from the second installment, it was just more Jax gaslighting Brittany. We kind of walked away with Brittany, thinking like, girl, how'd you do this for so long?
Could not have been me. All of the ways that she has had to save this man, that we're realizing now that she has had to cover up for this man. I all knew that Jax was a piece of shit, but I don't think, at least speaking for myself, I didn't realize the depths that his piece of shitdom went to.
Oh, I think it was like obvious from Vanderpump. Like, I don't know. I just think I'm like, oh, okay, this isn't really that much dramatized for the television.
Right.
This is who you are. And as we are in our 40s, this is just this more and more. There was a sighting of Jax on his golf cart in Studio City. I saw this weekend that he's and I'm like, you're on the golf cart from the townhouse with shorts. Now that's someone I want to see more now. That is someone I want more, and that is Schwartz. Okay, what are we thinking about the whole pileup on Danny?
I just feel so bad when they start in on, like, I don't know. It just, like, the motives of it just seem a little sketch, seem a little strange. Although, I mean, I like the stuff with Jasmine, like, I understand why it's not like a, hey, you just get over it. And she kind of explains a little bit more as to, like, why the background of, like, why this hit so hard for her. Mm-hmm. But like Jason and his stupid, like, pious, better than thou, I just can't with him. And so we see that he's about to go in even further on the third episode. And I don't know, like, I just don't like it.
No, not at all. And I told you my conspiracy theory. I think him and Jasmine have some type of alliance. They talked about something before going on the show. You're going to kind of really drill in this point, and then I'm going to overreact. Like, I'm so passionate about it because I'm like, this just makes no sense. And I mean, I really do think Nia and Danny are like the nicest couple, but I don't understand why she has to be his life coach. Like, she's on the side, like, he's allowed to say what he wants. Like, it's like she's like the good voice on his shoulder. Like, you know what I mean? I'm like, hey, if it works for you, it works for you.
Well, I get it because nobody else is coming in his defense, and, like, that's his wife.
No, but I feel like she's giving him information in a digestible format where he can understand and respond accordingly. Like, that's what I feel like.
I think she's trying to make sure this man does not get canceled. And so she sticks up for him on one side, but then she's coaching him on the other. So, like, okay, well, no, they're entitled to their feelings and blah, blah, blah. Like, she's trying to make sure that they are able to walk away from this unscathed. And, like, honestly, I can't blame her. Where I get very puzzled was how in that final episode in the season finale, when Jax all of a sudden decided to take a turn on Danny and just, like, go in. I'm like, where did that come from all of a sudden?
But we saw his half-ass apology to that too.
No, but, like, it missed the mark, that apology.
Oh no, absolutely. And it's just like when they said he relapsed, and I'm like, oh, okay, was this during the time that you did relapse? Was that a Coke infused kind of, I like, argument or
All
kind
the
of.
people that he could point that towards, your Danny, like why? I don't know. I didn't get it. Back up off him.
Yeah, for sure. Okay, Miami. I am so just annoyed with Stephanie. I think I'm just going to be very blunt here. I think it's gross. I think it's disgusting.
Mhm.
I think she doesn't know how to read the room. I think I'm more disappointed in Bravo that you're rewarding her with first chair next to Andy. She is no Monica. She did
That's
not earn that seat. All it is she has a lot of money. And there's rumors that are coming out. I have not fact checked this whatsoever, but the house has been foreclosed on and she doesn't have all this. Yeah, that she doesn't have all this money that
huh.
she is claiming that she has. But these rumors always come out. Like I said, I haven't
Yeah.
fact checked anything, but
True.
it's just it's just not okay. And I just think Bravo shouldn't reward this type of behavior.
I completely agree with you. I felt like her trying to have the girls be like pick me energy on like who gets to ride with her on her private jet. I'm like, no, I will fly in coach to Europe before I try to sell myself to someone on why they should pick me to fly on their private. Like, girls, at a
Yes,
certain point, let's pick our dignity up off the floor because
yes,
it's degrading, and
yes,
let's not play these games. If you want to invite me, I'll see if I can fit it into my schedule.
yes.
But I'm not going to sell myself or be like, yes, I want to go on the private jet, Stephanie. Like, come on. We're
Well, I think Lisa was ready to sell her soul to do that, but she let the fact that Stephanie doesn't even really fuck with her like that. It's like Lisa just like she saved her dignity a little bit.
she's so
But we see on this, and I think it's also too what really rubs me the wrong way about her is her communication style when she's talking to the
yeah.
girls. So we see like when the girls are actually trying to like peek in on the window to see what's going on, she's like not even like trying to say, "Hey guys, get away! I'm trying to talk." She is screaming at them.
Yeah.
I was just like, "What the hell? These are grown ass women." And then two, we see on the upcoming sneak peek of this week's episode. I don't
Mhm.
know. Julia was like stirring the pot on something, and I mean, she
Leah.
went in on her. Like, bitch, I'll stir the pot too, and did it like a while. And then Julia, very classy dude, she's like, "I like you, Stephanie, but can you please refrain using this language with me?"
Like to ride back on the private jet with which I came.
Yes. Like we don't. Especially with your husband being in love with my wife. I don't know if you saw that.
Who knew Masood was such a star fucker? I was like, hey, they're just regular arms, dude. Why are we making this a big deal? Like, that came out of nowhere. He was like, I'm like, well, damn. I hate to see this man meet Beyonce. He might fall on the floor because he's acting like this over Martina.
I was like that whole dinner when Stephanie and Adriana left, I was like, and Martina always has the same unbothered, I'd rather be doing something else face.
Right.
So I'm just like,
Yeah.
you are in this infatuation all on your own, sir. Okay, so let's see, Guerdy and Julia. Guerdy's another one where I'm just like, and a lot of things have come out online too. They said everything this week, and like everything that you have done, still got you third place. Everything you've done on this show have gotten you third place.
Yeah, because if this was not the season that was going to get her first chair, I don't know what is. But I have, like, you and I have gone back and forth about this because I know, like, the fact that she does not give enough opulence, like, I think really bugs you that she has a position on the cast.
Oh, absolutely.
And I sometimes get a little bit annoyed with her too. However, I just feel like what happened to her last year, I think, was just so traumatic, and she's just so trying to like reset and get back to zero and like, put one foot in front of the other. I just feel like maybe we need to have a little bit more grace for our sis Guerdy.
Yeah, no, I disagree. And the reason why I disagree is because every time she's backed up into a corner, here come the
Yeah.
waterworks. all the time. Here comes the waterworks. It's just like when she was, this last episode, when she was talking to Marisol and Alexia, and it's like, oh, you said that we were in a cult or something like that. They were talking to her, they were going back and forth, and then all of a sudden, here comes the waterworks. She couldn't take it. And it's like, I called it before it even happened. I was like, okay, I'm picking up what you're putting down. And guess what? No. And you're right about the opulence. It's like, we are going to be at this reunion with another pair of Zara shoes. I can't take it. Like, so you don't deserve to be anywhere near. If you can't bust out $800 or more, and I get it. I have 2 kids, college, all the things. You live in Miami, you have girl, I get it. But also, too, that shouldn't be in your equation if you are a housewife. I just like, oh, okay, I need, Lisa is making it work, and for the life of me, I don't know how. Granted, there are
hefty alimony check every month and a hefty child support.
Does she?
Lenny is like, I mean, they've sorted that part out between her and her dude has money. So Lisa should be able to show up and show out. Absolutely.
Okay. Because extensions this year ain't showing up nor showing out. They are.
That ain't. That's something else. But I say that was the argument I had with Monica Garcia on Salt Lake. That just like, she was definitely adding the spice and was good for the show. But I do think Real Housewives is another lane. And it's quite frankly, sometimes how I get like frustrated at Potomac, because it seems sometimes like they get a little regular degular too over there. But I don't know. When it comes to the topic of Guerdy, like also it's just, I don't know, it's like my Black woman spidey senses. Like I don't like the way that she gets held when they do something that they don't deem as okay. I don't like the way they hold her feet to the fire, in contrast to how they hold other people's feet to the fire. Like, I just think that there's a difference. And I just think you and I, like, we probably see this one very differently. Like, that's the reason why she said it's like a cult, because everyone is, with the exception of Stephanie, is so up Alexia's ass that it's like, well, if the Queen Bee says we're all supposed to be mad at this, we better all go be mad about this. I think that's why she's frustrated, and they are fake friends to her. So I don't know.
I know you see a little different. And I do feel like when they were, after she did that whole thing at her cancer event and how they were all outside, I did see a little bit of a Mean Girl situation. I was like, oh, okay, just a little though. But like I said, I'm looking more kind of at the superficial shit, and it's just
I get you
on my nerves. Yeah, the crying's getting on my nerves. The outfits are getting on my nerves. It's just like Guerdy, we need to step it up or step aside.
Yeah, I get it.
Yeah. Anything else we didn't like cover in Miami? Because to me, it's like, okay, it's starting to kick up a little bit. I hope Spain brings a lot.
Yeah, I'm hoping Spain. My favorite thing on the Housewives is a girls trip. So, like, all right, the cast trip is here. So let's go. I'm ready. And the fact that we do get 2 episodes, I hope it it brings it this week.
Yeah, and then a little tidbit that we forgot to mention is like, this came out yesterday, but like Kiki is no longer following Guerdy. Mic drop. Yeah, I know. So more to come on that. I hope they kind of get into that on the reunion.
Yeah, and I was gonna say, this reunion cannot get here fast enough for me.
Yes. Okay, OC, our last and final show, because I mean, there ain't much left. But so we weren't on the week prior, but we felt the need to talk about this, and that was Heather's birthday party. Like,
her strange setting for the birthday party.
Yes.
The default televangelist center in Orange County. Weird.
Yes. But what I was saying more was just like, why is there so much space? Like, it literally, like, do they not have a home? Do they not want to have a private cocktail party in their, like, what is it, the Roberto Cavalli townhome? Because I feel like those amount of people and what you were doing and serving, like, you could have, like, really hunkered down somewhere else because it was just too much space. I'm like, it looks empty. And they were only really filming, obviously, just the housewives. But, like, I didn't see a lot of people around that you could even focus on either if you wanted to.
No, it was a fake party. It was basically for her to have something to contribute to the season and for her to have something to do because she's an orange holder. But I found the venue to be incredibly strange. Like, you could have like a back room at maybe one of the Nobu restaurants or even like a nice steakhouse or something rather than that place. And did you peep like all the weird, like all the brown silk drapery?
Yeah.
At first I was like, why are we so draped? Then when it came out of what the location was, I was like, oh, they're in like the overflow room for when they have their services.
Congregation.
Yeah. So who knows what's on the walls, former pastors or whatever else. So they have got to create a space where it's an ugly space.
Oh, well, that indeed that they did. Okay, so getting on to this last week's episode, which was they are going to New Orleans. And, you know, Tamra had a little bit of a breakdown. Okay, so she says the breakdown was like about Teddy, and she's so like, you know, a little bit sensitive when talking about Teddy. And I just didn't get that at all. I thought it was more so, it's not about you. It's not giving this is about you. And you want to make it about you. So how do I kind of steal the scene some type of way? So it is like, I feel like when she's on, it's like overproduced. It's just not, even like when she was talking to Jen at the table, it's just like, I don't know. What are your thoughts on that?
I hear you and I'm with you on that. Like, I feel like she's trying to control, once again, she's trying to control her narrative. But I think what Tamra forgets is that, number one, the average Bravo watcher is, shall we say, not even slightly, a higher IQ than the average reality TV watcher. And this is not us pumping ourselves up. Like, there's data that supports this. Like, most of us are career women. We're mostly college educated. Like, we're just a little bit more of a sharper viewer. And so it is always very obvious when people are trying to like write their own narrative and like overproduce themselves. So no, I'm with you on that. And I feel like she sees once again that this season is going in a direction that makes her look like, you know, not so pleasant. And so I think she's trying to like, ooh, if I, you know, pull a like, I have to walk off because I'm so emotional that like now I'll get a little bit of sympathy and then the girls will come out, what's wrong, Tamra?
Yeah.
And blah, blah, blah. Like it's so obvious because, you know, you want people to feel sorry for you. But then you still are like doing mean shit and like being mean to people. Like even the way, I don't know if you saw when they were at that dinner in New Orleans and she was like coming for Gretchen's look that like, oh, she's the
unnecessarily, so unnecessarily. And
I was like, I think Gretchen looks good. And I don't know. But like, girl, like, look, she's looking better than you. Stop. Gretchen isn't bringing up your looks. Gretchen's not coming for your appearance.
Gretchen's thinking about you. And
Gretchen's not thinking about you. And if I were you, I would not bring up appearance.
Yeah. And what is quite a step too, everyone seems to be getting along with Gretchen. Like every single person. Yeah. Except for you.
She hates that.
Yes. Yeah, absolutely. What was I going to say? There was something else that I wanted to say about something I have observed. So how many episodes are we in of the OC? 3, 4?
No. We're like 6, I think, episodes.
Really? Okay, so that makes what I'm about to say even worse. Not one sighting of Eddie. And the conspiracy theory is that I feel like after last... Yes, I think after last season, especially that trouble she got into with Ryan, he's like, I'm out. I'm not doing this anymore. And you know that's kind of like a taboo thing or kind of not really allowed. Like they want your husband to film with you. Hence, when we saw like Shamia said what held her back in Atlanta for so long, her husband didn't want to film. And
Right.
I just think it's like we're not really seeing her at her house a lot. It's like really, really tight shots. It's like her and her daughter. But I think something's going on where Eddie was like, I'm not filming. Now the question is, does Bravo know? Did he just say no, I'm busy, he's never available, or does Bravo know and now they're kind of creating pivots for it? But be very interesting to see if he makes an appearance this season.
Okay. I'm imagining this. So remember, there was a scene this season where her and Heather are like hanging out on her bed and drinking wine, and Heather spills wine on Eddie's side.
Yeah.
We still don't see, like, in my mind, I'm like, Eddie was like annoyed about this, or did she just tell the story about Eddie seeing that stain on his side of the bed?
I think she just told the story. I do not remember seeing
That is so crazy. I didn't even clock that, but like now that you mention it, yeah, we haven't seen him this season. Yeah, he probably does want to get like off this, like, he sees what his wife is giving and how she's making an ass of herself. So, like, I don't blame Eddie. I wouldn't want to be associated either on camera.
Yeah. So we didn't get into the Katie of it all. Katie is just still digging herself a grave. There's no reason or explanation why you have to record somebody, even if you thought it was funny. I think if you do, if for any reason that you do, yes, if for any reason that you do, it's like you let them know right away. And even then, it's still cringe and creep. But
yeah,
so we see, I'm about to say Sonia. Okay, we see Shannon, who's not letting off her neck about this. And in New Orleans, it's starting to get a little odd too. It's starting to be like a divide situation. Katie's starting to, be singled out. So it'll be very interesting if she even makes it to next year, because I don't think anyone's going to be your friend. It's starting just to come off like you don't fit here. We don't know why you're here. So it was very interesting.
Well, I don't know why she's there. and her antics are weird. Like, it's strange to me. It's strange to secretly record someone. It's strange to lie about it. Like, it's strange to run back and tell Alexis. Like, it's strange to leak the stories that she leaks to the press. What I find amazing is that Katie just thinks that when she gets caught, as long as she just, I apologized.
That's what drives me the most crazy is when she has the dumbfounded look on her face, and when she's explaining it away, there's like no emotion, there's no understanding, there's no self-reflection. It's like she's almost in lawyer mode and she's just defending. I'm like, this is very odd. And her husband looks like Anderson Cooper's cousin, right? Like, it's just the hair, the mannerism, the glasses. I don't know. I think he's like dapper. He's like a younger version, dapper and cute in this kind of way. I was like, I don't see how you guys ended up together. But real quick, before we end, we have got to get into the Jen of it all, Jen and Ryan. What's your thoughts on Ryan this season?
These are let me tell you my thoughts on Jen in the situation. Hurry up and marry that man. Because what he has taken on with Jen, not only the finances, but also with all of her children and I'm surprised he's still sticking. Like, she just must really put it on that man. Because
no, she said it doesn't work. Remember? Do you remember? She said she had a procedure and only the tip goes in. I'm like, what the TMI?
Yeah. And I thought, like, is that really, or is she trying to just be like, ooh, I'm just so tight that it just, ooh. Girl, stop. No one believes that. But I'm like, is he really signing up for all this?
Yeah.
Maybe now. But I don't know how long this is going to last. Like, if I was her, I would 1000% have a backup plan getting started financially. Because if he ever decides, you know what, can't do this, I'm out, where's she gonna go? Well, all them kids. So I don't know. What do you think about them?
One is, I think Ryan is, yeah, he's just so opinionated. The way he talks about her ex-husband, he's like, the shade he said to that man. He was like, yes, they are co-parenting. He's a more of a hands-off approach. I died. I was like, okay, so he's not involved. And then you see her talking this episode where she's in New Orleans and then Ryan's there. Then Ryan says, do you pay your child support or something like that? Yeah. And he's like, I'm trying, like she's narrating what's going on between them. And I'm like, I don't know that. I'm like, he's very opinionated. I was like, okay, well, at least he's speaking up for her. So that's a plus.
And he has every right to, like, if he is footing the bill basically for this man's children and this man's ex-wife that he's not sending the alimony payments to, like, yeah, because normally I feel weird about like step parents, like having an opinion on like what people's children are, because I feel like that's not your place. You're not their parent.
Exactly. Exactly.
When you are bankrolling their whole life and existence, yeah, you can have an opinion.
Yeah, exactly. But until then, no opinion whatsoever. And he seems to have an opinion. He owns it, and he's not afraid to speak his mind. In regards to Jen, I feel like she's kind of getting a different like place on the cast. I feel like she's really starting to earn this orange. What is this, like the third season? So I feel like she's starting to become like a true contender. Other than that, to be continued. I want her to get some type of income job. I do this. Lisa, we see Lisa, who is the face of a divorce AI company, So, like, I need you to get something. Go find something, get it, make it yours.
Yeah.
Well, all righty. I think that, pretty decent show considering what we had to work with. We will be back next week. We are working on kind of, a new format that we're going to bring to you guys. We're also gearing up for BravoCon. We are so excited. It's like officially the 100-day countdown, which, is like 3 months away. But still, we're really excited. But in the meantime, like us, follow us, reach out to us in the DMs. We encourage it. We love it. And we will talk to you guys soon.
Bye-bye.
Bye, guys.
I don't speak